Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Let's talk about two things that you may see or hear or experience. One is ACE, right? ACE. As you're going through your claim with the VA, you might see the words or the word ACE, right? ACE is acceptable clinical evidence, and it's a process that the VA can elect to utilize. Another thing that you may run across is, well, guess what? You went to one C&P exam, but now we want you to go to another. So I wanted to just shine a light on those two things. One, what is ACE, and why would they send you to another exam? And so it's not going to be all-inclusive, right? I might miss something, but I at least want to shine some light on this subject because it needs to be done. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. And let's jump into it. So again, ACE is an acceptable clinical evidence, and there's a process in which the VA can elect to utilize. And what they will do is they will forego the C&P exam in some cases. So in other words, you've provided enough evidence to the VA from medical professionals primarily for the VA to go, well, we don't even need to send this person to an exam because let's say that we have the nexus is clearly established. The medical provider has completed the DBQ. Everything is cut and dry. Obviously, you, the veteran, read the schedule of ratings and were able to give that information to your medical provider who utilized the words in the schedule of ratings. So important, right? The criteria for whatever rating that you qualify for, and they embedded those words into the DBQ, right? If you do that, the VA has all the information they need to be able to assign the service connection and provide you with the correct rating. Look, I'm a fan of DBQs, but only if you're utilizing the DBQ with the actual schedule of ratings. A DBQ by itself is a blank form. It doesn't mean anything, okay? It's not the saving grace. Nothing's going to happen from it. You're not going to win just because you gave your doctor a DBQ. A DBQ is a form that's utilized by the VA to really primarily assign you a service-connected rating for your condition. What are they going to do with it? They're going to look at your DBQ versus the schedule of ratings, and they're going to then compare and contrast. So if you want to make sure that your rating is correct, you must absolutely read the schedule of ratings, take that information of whatever rating you qualify for, all that criteria, work with your doctor to embed that information into the DBQ. When that gets submitted to the VA and you already have a nexus established from whatever, maybe you have a little bit that you could hang your hat on with in-service mentions of a condition, and then you had your doctor do that nexus letter for you, strong nexus letter, and you have that DBQ that's utilizing words from the schedule of ratings, and the VA gets that. When they review your file prior to deciding if they are going to assign a C&P exam for you, they're going to look at it and they're going to review it. And so here, directly on the VA's website, there is a question. Does everyone who files a claim need to have a VA claim exam? The answer is no. It says here, we will ask you to have an exam only if we need more information to decide your claim. So if you provide them all the information they need to decide your claim, well then no, they don't need to. And why? Because it says if you, as the veteran, provided enough information, medical evidence in your file to support your claim, we'll follow the acceptable clinical evidence, ACE process. This means we, the VA, will review your medical records and ask you to submit more evidence if needed, instead of asking you to have an exam. This is huge. You talk about controlling the fight. This is how you do it. And again, this is why I am such a big fan of filing that intent to file. Not because, I mean, sure, it gives you back pay if you take more time to file your claim. But really, what the intent to file is doing for you is it's buying you time to develop your claim. Take the time to work with your doctor. Try to get that, if you need to get a nexus letter, even if your nexus is kind of like, it's kind of there, I have information in my file. What's the harm, right? A nexus letter from your doctor is just doubling down on it. It's not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you. Everything you're providing to the VA should be evidence that's for you and for your claim. Ask your doctor to do it. Getting that nexus letter is huge. Work on getting the DBQ completed by your doctor. Utilize the schedule of ratings to implement that information into the DBQ. All important stuff. So now it goes on here to say medical evidence may include doctor and hospital reports, test results, and other documentation. So as far as other documentation, I mean, it could be buddy statements, could be a statement from yourself, could be you Google searched certain environments versus certain healthcare health issues, right? And you found some corresponding stuff that meet your situation, right? You can look for studies and all kinds of things online and find them. There could have been some university that did some sort of a study that shows that people that were exposed to this were more likely to get this. Well, there you go. The VA is just looking for more likely than not, right? Actually, they're looking for at least as likely as not. So they're looking for 50-50. So anything that is evidence of greater than that is even better for you. So now let's talk about, we talked about ACE and how you can avoid having a CMP exam to begin with. Now let's talk about that multiple exam, right? So the two extremes. So the question here on the VA site is, will I need more than one VA exam? You may need more than one VA exam in these situations, and they have 3 bullet points. The first one is, if you submit a claim for more than one condition, you may need more than one exam. We'll try to schedule all of your exams on the same day. All right, next bullet point is, for some conditions, you may need follow-up exams called review exams. In a review exam, the provider will determine whether the severity of your condition has changed since your last exam. And lastly here, last bullet point, if you request a decision review of your claim decision, we may ask you to have another exam. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.